Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, there's Jackie Bros.
And I'm Dunlap. What's everybody been up to? That sounds about like you jackasses.
What? Don't. Right out, the first thing you got to say is that it come out of your mouth.
I like it, Jackie. It's like when you go to a comedy club to see Don Rickles, and Don Rickles comes out, you hockey puck.
I wouldn't pay
you
for
Jew.
it. I wouldn't pay for it.
Well, they ain't paying for this.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying I wouldn't sit there. Some people like Don Rickles, I can take him for a few minutes, but people paid to see him for 2 hours do that. How long is that going to go on? Everybody likes Don Rickles. They see him on a talk show, come out there and do it for a few minutes, he's gone.
Well, you get something to eat, too. You don't have to leave. You can tune him out. It's like, I tune you out all the time. People
go
tune
gamble,
old
yeah.
people out.
You turn around, go gamble, do whatever you want.
Smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
You're in Vegas.
I don't know what you pay money to go see him for.
Well, because he won't be around forever.
Well, I know that. I'm glad he's doing what he's doing, able to make a living at that age. Yeah, good for him. I'm just saying I wouldn't sit for that. I wouldn't have somebody just scream and holler at people for 2 damn hours or however long he's up there.
Get mad at him?
I wouldn't put myself in a situation to get mad at it because I wouldn't be in there in the first place. That's the point I'm saying.
If you go see a Don Rickles show in Florida and you shoot Don Rickles, is that allowable under the law? Like if he's like, you hockey puck, and you're like, kablam.
I don't know about in the show if he come up to you in the street like that.
So if Don Rickles comes up to you in the street, yeah, it's a different story.
Well, yeah, it's a whole different story.
You
I don't
Jew. Okay, back off, man. You hockey puck. Pacow.
I'm just saying he's looking. Obviously, he don't act that way in real life. It's a show.
He's
I
a
get
sweetheart.
That. Yeah,
in real
I'm
life,
sure.
just
But if
the nicest man.
if he did act like that way, what you just said probably would have already happened by now. He wouldn't be as.
No, he wouldn't have made it.
No, people don't tolerate that. That's funny to look at. Like I said, for a little while, I see him come out on Johnny Carson, wherever else. Come do. I don't care for him too much either. Everybody like Johnny Carson. I don't.
You didn't like Johnny Carson?
I didn't ever think he's that good. Everybody else loved him. I didn't. Wasn't my thing. Wasn't my show.
Well, what did you watch instead?
I don't remember what I used to watch. There's all sorts of good shows. Mannix was a good show.
Was that on opposite the Tonight Show?
Opposite. I don't. Tonight Show probably on too late to begin with. For me.
Everybody liked Johnny Carson except for Jackie Bros.
I'd seen it. It was on sometimes. I didn't hate it. I just didn't see what the big deal was. That's all I'm saying. But Reynolds come on there and host for a week. I'd watch that. He's funny.
Kermit.
Yeah, Kermit did. One of them Pig Woman. Both of them.
Miss Piggy is her name. Not Pig Woman.
Well, I don't know all the names.
You are so removed from popular culture. Are you like...
I don't. Why have I got to keep up with that sort of stuff? Everybody, you always say this. I don't see how that affects my life one way or the other. Well, I got to know what Pig Woman name is. Pig Lady, whatever it is. It don't make no difference. If it's on TV, I'll chuckle at it, laugh at it. Otherwise, if it ain't, why have I got to know what it's called, its name, all that stuff? I don't got to walk around with it.
You don't know nothing. You are the ability to make a beautiful chestnut cabinet away from being a Mennonite.
Hell.
Why don't you just go off in the woods and talk to the birds and raise your berries and make some sort of
I ain't
jelly.
talking like I'm at like a damn Unabomber or something. I ain't.
You might as well be.
Oh, hell.
Johnny Carson's already dead, so you can't mail him nothing. But Don Rickles, you got a month or two at least.
Oh, hell. I ain't going to mail nobody nothing. I ain't.
You know who else I wouldn't want to be in real life come up to me talking the way they talk to people up on stage? The ventriloquist dummy.
Well, no, hell no. You crazy as hell. Nobody ever wants to see you do that.
They're assholes. Like if a ventriloquist dummy could walk around and talk without the ventriloquist just come up to you on the street, what a pain in the ass.
I wouldn't tolerate that.
They are awful people. Is there one ventriloquist dummy that's nice? It's always cutting you down.
All of them angry, man. I mean, that's what's funny. The little one's mad. The one you're holding's real mad at everything, and that you gotta sit there and hold them. I mean, that's what's funny about when it's on stage.
That's what people enjoy about ventriloquism is someone holding a little something, and they're mad.
No, he's mad. You're stuck there with it. He can't leave it. That's the point I'm trying to make.
He can put it back in the suitcase or
well,
sack.
Then you ain't got no damn show, do you?
Oh, I see. So he had to put on a show. This is how your mind works. For a ventriloquist to put on a show, he's been paid, contract signed, check is in the bank. For the ventriloquist to put on this show, he's got to get this monster out of a bag.
Name a ventriloquist that's happy to be there with a dummy. They ain't none of them. They always embarrassed, they upset, they mad at him, and they get to squabbling. And he's stuck there with it.
It's like a punishment.
That's the premise. That's why it's funny, is what I'm saying. You're sitting there.
What's that movie?
He can't do nothing. He's stuck with that for the next 15, 20 minutes, however long. I can't see anybody doing it longer than that, but Jeff Dunham's funny a little bit. I like him, but I can't watch. That's the longest one I can watch is that, because he's got different puppets. It ain't the same damn one. Most ventriloquists. Willie Tyler Lester's funny, but it's just them two. Dunham mixes it up. He got the old man and the Arab. Bunch of different ones.
What's that movie where they're handcuffed together, the white guy and the black dude, and they're on the run, like they escaped from a prison? They should have. Did any ventriloquist who got a shot at making a movie ever just make that what their plot was going to be?
I'd watch that, yeah. You talk about, is that old Tony Curtis?
Yeah, Tony Curtis. What is the name of that movie? I can't think of it.
I don't know. It's an old one. It's sitting in Portier.
Just handcuffed together. I don't know if
they had to learn, to get along.
You're either right or racist. I could IMDb it, but I got my phone queued up here.
Yeah.
To tell us what to talk about today. I didn't mean to waste 30 minutes on ventriloquism.
You want to start it? I like ventriloquism, all right. I talk about it a little bit, but that's why it's funny to me.
We're sitting here waiting. We're recording this on Saturday afternoon. Today is July the damn 13th.
Yep.
Saturday afternoon, July 13th. 4:52 Tennessee time.
Well.
And we got on Facebook and Twitter and asked people to tell us what to talk about because we're waiting for...
You got on there. I didn't get on there. I see it sometimes. You show it to me, but...
The George Zimmerman trial is finished, and the jury is deliberating. We can't really talk about that much because we don't know what they're going to say. You'd be
saying something totally different. If you know what, you could sit there and talk about it now, but it'd be totally opposite of what you talk about after it happened.
And after they come out with the verdict, by the time we record the next one, everyone will have forgotten about it. So hopefully we won't have to talk about it at all.
Well, yeah. That suits me just fine.
Unless somebody told us to talk about it on Facebook, Jackie. Let's go through. Now, again, we don't do a lot of research. We don't keep up with the news that much.
I read the Murfreesboro Post, Daily News Journal.
So we are about to go through here, and we may not know what you're talking about. So we'll look like idiots, and you'll look like the people that need to take a walk.
I watch the news at home, too. I see it.
All right, Jackie, then you tell me what this means.
Yeah.
Ed, shit, man, I don't know how to say
What?
Violetti.
I don't know nothing about this.
Ed, no, this is...
I had not read anything about this in the news at all.
It's the man's name.
What?
This is the guy who, on Facebook...
Oh, he's the one... All right, what's he want to know? Yeah.
He wants to know... Okay, here's the first word. Tampons.
Oh,
And they're
You did that on purpose.
I didn't... Ed, I got on Facebook. I didn't say, what are your tampon questions?
Oh, hell.
I said, what do you want to talk about that's been going on in the news? Don't blame me. Blame my news cycle.
Oh.
Or blame Texas.
Ah.
Tampons and their possible use as weapons. What is a tampon if it isn't really just half of a small paper nunchuck?
All right.
And that's assuming they're unused. This is all from Ed.
I ain't going to dignify talking about that. I don't like to hear the word over and over again.
All that said, you were still allowed to enter the Texas State House with a handgun, and you'd think they wouldn't have a problem with Texas. Because of the women in Texas, Jackie, the abortion...
Oh, Rick Perry trying to close all the abortion...
holes.
Yeah. Close them up.
So... women get mad, and I guess they were being searched going in there to sit in there and whatever, protest, watch the law get passed, and not be able to do anything about it. And they were searching their purses, and they took out anything women could throw. That sounds like some folks have been married before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they took all the tampons out of their purses, and
Why did it?
but supposedly they also found like a jar with some doo-doo in it.
What?
Doo-doo in it and a jar with some urine.
I don't want to sit on here. If this is what doing the Perkins does, I don't want to talk about doo-doo and tampons. That ain't no kind of... I spend my day somehow better than this.
I think this is just... I don't know if they really found doo-doo or if
All
it's just
right.
The patriarchy reporting on what they... I don't know. Maybe they did. It's hard to say. Texas, huh? Y'all crazy over there.
All right.
So, tampons.
Okay.
Doo-doo. That was our first thing we're talking about, the news. Rand Paul in the Southern Avenger, says Scott Sanders.
I'll tell you, I know about this mess here. I'm real upset because there's a good example of somebody ruining something right there.
Ruining what?
The Southern Avenger. That could have been something good. He could have gone to schools, talked to kids, but then he had to turn to make it racist and ruin it for everybody.
So you saying like he could have been like not an actual wrestler in the wrestling match. This is like a superhero, Southern superhero.
It's a good idea for something, teach history and things like that. Children or whoever. I usually think if you got a mask on, you're usually talking to children unless, the Klan didn't talk to the children all the time anyway. But
sometimes they'd say, y'all stay on the porch.
Yeah. But they wore, but usually when you wear a mask, it's for fun, or unless those people that don't like the Tom Cruise religion too, them.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Anonymous wears masks.
I'm trying to think who, but most of the time, when I think of a mask is the point I'm trying to say. When I think of that, it's for children. You trying to
Lone Ranger.
Attention. Yeah, Lone Ranger. There's a good one. Yeah, old Lone Ranger.
Not the new one.
I don't know what it is. I ain't gonna see it.
So Southern Avenger blew his chance, but some people would say just the act of wearing a mask with the Confederate flag on it, Jackie. A lot of people would say that is racist.
You could get by with just that being stars in a shirt. You know what I mean? You don't know that unless somebody asks you point blank.
And then you say, well, what do you think it is?
There you go, see?
Stars or I just leave it open to interpretation.
There you go. Problem solved.
Like the General Lee, that could just be a beautiful design.
Well,
I mean, even though the car, ironically, the car is called
on top of he called General Lee. Yeah.
So that one would be hard.
But it looks different from on top of a car than on your face. That's two different things.
Everything, Jackie, anything on top of a car looks different than on your face. I've said that 1,000,000 times.
Well, it's true.
It is true. Like, you can get away. Any flag, any sort of, like Nazi Avenger could put on a mask.
It would take you a few minutes. Eventually, I see. But then again, that's something.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. At first, you don't know. Just thinking whatever. But it at least take you a minute because it's on a, if I saw Nazi on the side of a car, right then, I'd say, well, hell with them. But if you come up to me and had it on your face, it'd take me a minute.
Right, there's something scarier about a Nazi car than just a Nazi mask. Because if Nazi car is like where are they going? There's a lot of mystery.
I don't want to know. Somebody needs to stop them. I put it that way.
Nazi mask, they're out of the car, and you don't know who's in that car, how many not masked Nazis are in there.
Well, yeah.
You just see one guy in a Nazi mask.
Well, what the point I'm trying to make is it looks different. It would take me a minute to know what it was on your face where I would know what it was immediately if I saw it on a car. That's the point I'm trying to say. If it's on your face, it's stretched out weird or something, you got it on a mask, you know, you put it on your head.
My question is did Rand Paul ever put one of those masks on himself just to try it on?
Well, if he's buddies with him, you know, he's almost like, you know, sidekick or something, I guess, isn't he?
He probably wouldn't want to put it on and mess up his hair.
Well, you know.
Ed Violet asks a follow-up, did the Southern Avenger ever work the Murfreesboro wrestling circuit?
Oh, not as far as I know.
Not as far as I know, but there have been a lot of Murfreesboro wrestling circuit wrestlers who have worked the Confederate flag into their costume design.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if precisely just like him or not. There may have been some called Southern Avenger, something close to that.
Southern
I don't
Defender.
know if it's a Southern Defender. I remember him.
I don't remember Southern Avenger.
There might have, if there was one, it ain't the same one we're talking about now, one with old Rand Paul.
Southern Champion.
Southern Champion, yeah.
Basically, if there was a Marvel superhero team, then Murfreesboro Wrestling Circuit wrestler would put Southern in front of that team.
Well, yeah.
Now, there wasn't a Southern X-Man.
Well, not that I know of, no.
But if anybody wants to... Southern X-Man, that's a pretty good name for a Murfreesboro League wrestler because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Zimmerman's jury's out. Hey, yeah, you guys watched the trial? Any predictions? This is from Kevin Compton, so I guess we can't avoid talking about the Zimmerman trial. Thanks, Kevin.
It's just one way or the other, something's going to happen. We're going to have to deal with it. I'm sick of it myself.
I don't like how the media, if you watch Fox News, you've heard this, and I couldn't agree more. The media, Jackie, has turned this into into what it is.
Well, yeah.
The media, the racist media, not Fox News, of course, but the other media has turned this into just this racist.
The way that they're covering it, they're trying to get everybody wound up over it.
Yeah, not Fox News, though.
They got the heads on straight. They're being cool, calm, collected over the whole thing, as far as I can tell.
They're just sort of like an ombudsman, just holding the rest of the media.
Yeah, barely.
Feet
barely.
to the fire.
Barely.
I do not like people who try to take something unfortunate like this and turn it into an us versus them sideshow.
That's what they're done.
I would like to say that I am selling Team Trayvon and Team Zimmerman T-shirts.
What?
Out of my Zazzle shop.
What?
So y'all vote with your wallets on
Don't. You can't be.
What are you talking about? This is America. I can sell anything I want to out of my Zazzle shop.
You can't. That's you making it worse as bad as everybody else.
Oh, right. Sure. I'm the racist. I'm as bad as a racist.
I didn't say you's racist. You making money off of it. You're selling it to whoever you want to.
Is profiting from other people's racism as bad as being a racist? I don't think so.
I don't.
Is it?
Yes.
It may be worse.
Yes.
But it may be worse, but at least it's not being racist. So there. I guess I win.
I don't know. I don't know
I'm
about
selling
that.
Trayvon Martin shirts. I'm selling George Zimmerman shirts. You choose what you want to wear to the gym. You choose what you want to wear out to church when the verdict comes in.
I wouldn't wear either one of them.
I've had a lot of people telling me I can't wait to get my T-shirt. I don't want to tell you which one they bought, but I'm going to go down to the First Baptist Church wearing my team shirt, and I hope all of the other brothers and sisters in my all-white congregation wear theirs too. I may just tipped it a little bit there, but all I'm saying is if you want one of these shirts, go to my Zazzle shop.
Don't be selling that on here. That ain't, no. I don't feel comfortable with that.
And you can also pick up, well, I knew riots were coming shirts, or I told you there wasn't going to be no riots shirts.
Why would anybody?
People like to act like they knew what was going to happen before it happened. That's why so many people think they're psychic. They're like, I could have told you that was going to happen. How many times I told you?
I wouldn't wear no. There's going to be a riot. It's just I wouldn't wear nothing like that. I don't know why anybody would.
When the dust settles, if there is a riot, when the dust settles, it'll just be another thing that happened. Like when Andrew Dice Clay hosted Saturday Night Live, or when the McRib comes back every year. It's just something to remember. If there's a riot. I ain't saying it's going to be. Is it racist to say there's going to be a riot?
I don't know. I hope there ain't one. I'll say that much right now.
Well, all I want to say is if you are planning on rioting, what if white people riot? What if racist white people riot when George Zimmerman gets locked away? Everybody says there may be a riot, but they don't.
You don't hear it's going to be
white riot?
Right? No.
White riot. What if there's a white riot?
I don't.
Look, if you're black or white and you're planning on rioting, what you need to have your riot wear, I would suggest one of these Team Trayvon or Team Zimmerman shirts from my Zazzle shop.
All right. I didn't want to talk about it, but you don't mind selling about it. I guess that's capitalism. That's what America.
I don't give a shit. I just want to make that money.
All right. It's a good attitude to have, I guess.
That's America. All right. So thanks, Kevin, for dragging us down into that. Eric Brown, what?
I don't know why anybody would wear any kind of T-shirt with any of that on there. Of course, I wouldn't buy no T-shirt with Star Wars on it either.
Yep.
If you won't wear a T-shirt, look like an idiot. You got money to blow.
At least you look like you're involved. At least you look like you read Mediaite.
Whatever, you could put it on. Wear it, whatever. It's America. You sell it, they wear it. I guess you're right. Don't make no difference to me. I wouldn't wear either one.
If you're a paranoid white person who's really scared of the riots, what you should do is get a mannequin and get one of these Team Zimmerman shirts on it. And when you think the mob is coming for you, wheel that out the front door. You take off out the back.
It sounds like unsafe behavior to me. Back down the hatches. Either way, I don't know. Just people take care of themselves. Wear whatever shirt you want.
But preferably one of these from
all right, enough.
Zazzle shop. All right, let's go back here. We're going to look and see what Eric Brown on the Facebook says. Do you think that it is scary that I have a song on my iPod called Too Many Sheep, Too Little Time?
Ah.
Do you think that it is scary that I have a song on my iPod called Too Many?
All right, I heard it. All right.
I don't know.
I don't care what T-shirt you wear. I guess I don't care what you listen to.
Do you think I could put that on a T-shirt and sell it?
I don't know. Hell.
With your face on it?
Oh.
Because people won't know what that is, your face, and they'll be like, I don't know. Here's another tampon one. Todd Nichols says, use tampon surrender protests in Texas.
All right.
Is that a real thing that's happening?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Ed V is back. Yeah, Texas isn't likely to start a tampon buyback program. Now we're just using other people's content on here.
All right.
Don Will says, since the Zimmerman trial is closing, right,
yeah.
and race is an issue.
Oh, yeah.
The irony of another race-loaded event that everyone missed could be a topic. And then, the airplane. Think that people laughed at this as opposed to going in shock and dismay that some kid in a government agency office did this. Had this been an African-American or Latino insult, we'd be up in arms. So he's talking about the plane crash in San Francisco where the
coroner is still trying to determine the cause of death and whether
how's that sound?
I can hear it.
So they put the names up on here, and it's just like racist joke names. Racist Asian joke names. I'm not even going to read them. I've already said doo-doo.
Why does everybody want to talk about racism all the time? That's all there is to talk about these days.
if you were the victim of racism, Jackie, perhaps you would feel differently.
I guess so. I don't know. It's what it is. They said something on the news.
I tell you what, why don't I give you just one of these Team Zimmerman shirts?
I ain't going to wear either one of those shirts.
They, on the news, the plane
Let me
crashed.
see that. That don't even look like him.
Oh, no, that's Fred Flintstone.
Why the hell you got Fred Flintstone on there and it says...
Because back in school, I could draw Fred Flintstone. I never had
George
to draw.
Zimmerman.
I never had to draw George Zimmerman.
It
before.
don't look that much like Fred Flintstone to me either.
Well, I tried to make him swarthier, but it's basically just Fred Flintstone. And
Why would anybody spend their hard-earned money on that? They don't make a damn bit of sense to me.
People vote with their wallets, Jackie.
Oh,
people
hell.
vote with their wallets. That's what you do in America.
Well, maybe if more people voted right, we wouldn't have who's in office now making all these damn dumb decisions all the damn time. Leave your money at home.
So, yes, racism is bad, whether it's against Asians injured or killed in a plane crash or anybody else.
I guess, yeah.
Thank you, Don. Peter Holt,
Yeah.
our buddy, says George Zimmerman's tips for teens.
George Zimmerman's tips for teens.
Yep. He's just he's throwing something out to us. You riff on it.
Oh, that's a joke. He'd kill him. I see.
We might listen to their problems first. Like if he was hosting a call-in show or was a columnist for Sassy Magazine, they'd be like, hey, I got, my parents are really coming down hard on me, and I don't know, there's this girl I like at school, and she don't seem to even know I exist, and
What?
I don't know, lately a lot of my friends are doing pills, and I don't want to do it, but I mean, I want to be there for them when they need me. And George Zimmerman be like, oh, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I guess that's bad. Bam! Just be honest with your parents and, maybe write that girl a song and, tell somebody, maybe a counselor about your friends that are doing the pills and, oh, yeah, I got one more thing. Bam!
Yeah.
Thanks, Peter. That ate up a minute. Robert Hill, arsenic and apple juice.
What?
I don't know. Why place limits on it if it's what God wanted to put there? Damn it, I gotta look at some stupid article. Who's that honking out there?
I don't know.
Has it started?
Please, Lord, don't let it start.
Is that it?
I ain't ready for it to start today. Most time I'm ready, but not now. It stopped now, yeah.
U.S. FDA proposes arsenic limit in apple juice. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, I feel like Harry Shearer. I'm just going to read a thing. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, after decades of consideration, has proposed limiting the amount of inorganic arsenic in apple juice to the same level as the what? I ain't going to read this shit.
What? They changing apples around.
God, I don't know. I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it is you're talking about.
There's arsenic in apples naturally, I guess, and you know what? I would never read that. There's no way I would read that.
All right.
Even if I wasn't feeling constrained by the limits of being on a
Don't send us
podcast.
anything about it.
Don't send us anything we have to read.
Yes.
Okay, here's the same guy. Maybe he's got something better.
All right.
I also champion the California good old boys who ain't giving up in the fight against gay marriage. They filed a lawsuit claiming that the recent SCOTUS ruling applies only to the two marriages in question. Now they're married. There ain't no reason to have any more gay marriages. So they're saying the Supreme Court
Was just talking about those
two
people there, yeah. I don't think they were.
Some people just have a stick-to-itiveness.
Oh, wait, keep trying. That's why I said I give up. I ain't going to say I'll be dead soon. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Just those guys going to go through all that trouble they can. They're afraid to.
There is something in the American character that just
Stick
refuses to give up.
Yeah.
Nike commercial. But when it comes to the gay marriage thing, you probably should just hang it up.
I do got to think it's over as far as I can tell.
You might as well.
I
That's
don't know
it.
why. You're going to wind yourself up over it.
You're going to have like 10, 15 more years of just like acid reflux. And
I don't want to spend the rest of my days like that. I just
getting mad at everything on TV. You just might as well just pick something else.
Yeah.
Pick something else.
There's other good fights out there, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff to get mad at. You don't have to get mad at that anymore. Just let it go.
I'd move on to something maybe make a difference. Abortion right now, they're doing a good job on that.
Yeah, go down to Texas. Look at that.
Texas,
That's a winning fight over
Yeah.
there. I mean, you're going to piss off some women, but
You
you're
may
probably
get
doing that. Just
something thrown upside your head, I don't want to say.
do.
Oh, don't.
Or a tampon.
I don't.
Who knows?
All
Texas
right.
women, I would not want to mess with a Texas woman.
Who knows what you throw at you? You may be getting off easy with those two.
Everybody's talking about race when we're talking about there's a lot of stuff going on with women. We're talking about gays. We're talking about race. Women are getting mad.
I tell you, if the Republicans keep pushing it as far as they keep pushing it, now I'm just saying this, and I'm saying this to warn them, to my own party here. Now, I love little babies next person. You know me, don't I love a baby?
Oh, they hate you, though.
Oh, don't we mean they hate me?
They get scared of your beard or the way you smell. It's a chemical thing. I don't know.
I love when the baby come in, I hold it. That baby cry all the time anyway. It don't matter what.
Constantly. Fear. Not like a baby cries.
No, I don't.
It's a scared baby.
Usually when the baby comes in, the mother's holding it, she's sleeping, then she hands it over to me. I can't help it. I still won't see it.
Wakes up
wakes
just
up
immediately in fear.
It's just because it's just waking up. It ain't got
Have you
nothing to do
ever
with me.
seen a scared baby?
It
It's horrifying. It is terrifying.
Now, look, the point I'm trying to say is I love babies. Love them to death. The more of them, the sweeter the world would be, is what I say. But all this stuff, it riles women up for all different sorts of reasons. Not just the baby stuff, just every which way. And you get these women riled up the way it is, about 10 years from now, they're going to run everything.
You mean it's all women going to be in power?
I wouldn't be surprised if you keep riling them up like this.
So Republicans, this is the big debate that's going on in the Republican Party. Is who's going to be left in the Republican Party? It's going to be just white dudes, older white dudes, and some younger Southern white dudes, and their fearful wives. But majority of women, majority minorities, black, Hispanic.
And here's the point
Asian
point about
names.
that. What they're doing in Texas, they're closing up all abortion clinics. Except for like 2 or 3 real nice ones, from I understand, right? There ain't but a few of them.
Just like the tip-top abortion clinic.
Right? The rest of them are all shutting down.
Just like the 4-star abortion clinic.
Well, that's all poor people.
It's
They're
like
going-
if you go, if you scrape the money up to go to Hawaii, get the plane ticket, you may not be able to afford the Kalualua, resort. You may have to go to the Holiday Inn
Yeah.
on a weird part of the Big Island.
Yep.
But some people can go to the Kalualua resort. Well, that's like if they close down every Holiday Inn in Hawaii. Nobody could go to Hawaii unless they had a relative there,
Yep.
which would be weird because who lives in Hawaii?
I don't
Dog
know.
the Bounty Hunter? You ever watch that? It looks awful.
Yeah.
Or people that can afford the Kalualua resort.
It's just going to be those people.
So it's only rich people can get the abortion in Texas.
The rich people get whatever they want anyhow. But, that's just that's the way it is. But all the poor people taking all their
Abortion business.
abortion clinics are going to have a lot more babies here in Texas. Which I'm fine with that. Like I said, love them, all of them, just like Jesus loves all little children, all colors.
But if it's only poor people having babies, won't they all grow up to vote Democrat?
That's what I'm saying.
Or is that racist, Jackie? Are you saying that it's only poor blacks and Hispanics that have abortions?
Well, there's a lot of poor black people, and there's a lot of poor Hispanic people. Now, don't tell me they ain't that. I ain't being racist. There's poor white people, too.
Well, that's funny, Jackie, because I just launched a new product
What?
on my Zazzle store.
What?
One of them says there's a lot of poor black people and Hispanics. And the other shirt says there's poor white people, too.
You can't take what I say and put it on no shirt.
Jackie, I'm selling so many of these
I ain't
shirts.
damn Forrest Gump. You can't take whatever I say and put it on a shirt without talking to me.
That's just something in the air. You ain't the only person that said
Oh, hell.
some of this nonsense.
But more poor people tend to vote. They say rich people vote Republican. I ain't a rich person by any means. I vote Republican. There are poor people who vote Republican, but they always say Republican out for the rich, this and that, whatnot. And they try to bang it into poor people's head no matter what that, you're Democrat, even though they're being lied to. But you're going to have more poor people, and they're going to vote. I'm telling you, you keep it up. Like I said, I'll be dead then. I don't give a damn. Do whatever you want. That's it.
Are you coming out in favor of abortion?
I didn't say that. I said I love babies.
What you're saying is we should open up more abortion clinics so poor people abort their babies and we have more Republican voters.
I didn't say that any which way. That's one way you could look at it, but I didn't say that. Like I said, I love a baby.
Why don't you just line them up in the back of the store here, Jackie, and just start jabbing at them?
All right, enough. I ain't going to listen to that kind of talk.
Dr. Death over here, just
all right.
Get them out of there.
I didn't say that at all. Hell.
Maybe that's why babies are so scared of you, Jackie, because they know that you wanted to kill them a few months ago.
Oh, hell. Stop it. Is there anything we can talk about besides abortion, tampons, doo-doo, or racism? I'm tired of all of it. That's all anybody wants to talk about.
You could kind of understand why Texas conservatives fear tampons. Robert Hill says, lastly, the virtual... Lastly, the virtual Lolita chatbot.
What?
He's giving us some suggestions. Talk about how it's a good thing that Jackie don't know anything about the computer, because he'd probably run into virtual Lolita. What the hell is this?
He's trying to tell me how to feel about something. I don't like computer. I'll say that. He's right there, but don't.
Can I tell? I'm not going to click on this link. I'm just going to read you the name, the headline.
Hell.
Controversial Lolita chatbot catches online predators.
What?
Like to catch a predator. Sexual predators, Jackie, after children.
Well, that's how you get them on a computer, yeah.
So you're in favor of that. What if it's entrapment, though?
I don't care. Trap them. I don't want them out there.
What if you're not looking to talk to an actual teenage girl, but like somebody
You ought not be looking to talk to anybody on a damn computer that way.
What if you want to talk to somebody, let's say, comfortably in their 20s, but who like to act like a teenager?
What?
How would you ever know?
That's the reason I don't get on a computer. You don't know what it is.
That's
you don't know
racist
what it is.
against
How is it racist to not know what the hell it is? I don't want to get on there. You could be talking to a boy, a woman, girl, don't matter what color they are. I don't want to talk to nobody I don't know what they are.
Then you should not get on a computer.
I don't.
Brucifer Burton says Snowden gave the Ruskies the USA's UFO secrets. He spelled USA with a $, so that probably tells you where he's coming from.
Oh, hell.
Are the aliens and communists going to gang up on us?
What?
I miss having communists around to hate. And if aliens come, I tell you what, if aliens come down here, I probably wouldn't like them. What would they be? They'd either be taking our jobs.
Yeah, what the hell are they here for?
Or if they act like we've come to impart some great wisdom, like, fuck you.
I did.
Go back to Andromeda.
Watch your mouth.
Like, we're getting along pretty good down here.
Don't need no help.
Take a look around.
Yep.
What's wrong? So get out of here.
I wouldn't want to run into no alien. Ain't no such thing, but I wouldn't want to run into nothing.
You don't believe in aliens, but you believe in leprechauns.
Leprechaun come from a legend, a lore from thousands and thousands of years. Didn't nobody talk about no alien till the 70s.
Stop this, Brian Cisco Jr. says, stop this podcast bullshit.
Yeah.
Do it like you guys used to.
Well, yeah. He got a point, yeah.
Probably does.
Yeah.
How long have we been going so far?
I don't know.
And then Robert Hill comes back with, I disagree with Brian. I think the podcast allows for greater theater of the mind.
What?
And always go straight to it on Monday mornings.
Theater of the mind?
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Yeah, theater of the mind. That's what radio is. That's what a podcast is, Jackie. Theater of the mind.
Like old, yeah.
You don't agree? You don't
Shadow
like
knows that sort of thing.
Yeah,
when
like
I
Jack
grew up,
Benny in Rochester.
Well, I didn't. Not them. I wouldn't listen to that. I like to. What?
Mr. Holmes, Sherlock Holmes.
What are you doing?
Please let me into your home.
What the hell are you doing?
I have a mystery for you to solve.
All right, you doing? Oh, I don't want no.
You don't want to do Sherlock Holmes?
I don't want to do Sherlock Holmes. I ain't gonna do that.
Come on, do Sherlock Holmes, Jackie.
I don't want to do Sherlock Holmes.
I can't find me horse.
What?
Me horse is missing.
Oh hell! I don't want to do Sherlock. If you gonna do something like do Matlock for a few minutes.
Really?
I do something like that. Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Matlock, me horse is missing.
All right, I hear you. All right, we'll get.
I'll kick this goddamn door down.
Hey, Matlock! Nobody treat him like that. He wouldn't offer his services. Somebody come in there rude to him like that.
My apologies. I thought I was being followed.
What's wrong?
Me horse is missing.
I will get right on that.
Let's go.
All right, that's about enough, yeah.
Get your briefcase.
Briefcase?
Mr. Matlock always carries his briefcase with him.
I get a briefcase here, yeah. All right, I get my briefcase. Got all my horse papers in it.
Yep. What sort of horse papers do they take?
I don't legal things to find the horse. All right, enough. We did it. There you go. End.
I last saw him over by the fairgrounds.
You talking like an idiot on here. I ain't gonna sit there and do this all the time.
He was on the Ferris wheel. He was.
All right.
Having the time of his life.
Hey, here he is. I found him. There's your horse.
Let me take a look.
That's your damn horse, all right?
I'm
Enough.
not so sure. There's lots of horses that look like him.
All right, enough. I ain't going to sit here and do this with you.
There have been several times I've walked down the street going, there's me horse.
All right, theater of the mind. Theater of the mind. You got your horse. Fine.
Somebody else's horse.
All right.
Well, let's go in this apartment.
Plus, you're just ripping off a story. I
Hello?
see what you're doing. You're ripping this story off from the horse. I ain't going to say it, GD, this horse. That's the same story you're doing right now.
Yeah, but without all them songs.
Without songs in it, yeah.
Who's got time for singing?
Well, yeah.
How are we doing on time, Jackie? Can you tell?
Right there.
We've been doing this for 44 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go through. Okay, speed round. We're going to go through a few of these real fast. Theater of the Mind. Thanks, Robert, for going to these on Monday mornings. Tell your friends. We do miss the videos. Jackie's frustrated looks, Dunlop's shit-eating grins.
All right. Yeah.
I can appreciate that they're a pain in the ass to make, but how about a Christmas special? How about a Christmas album? Would anybody buy that? No.
Yeah.
Sheriff goes on defense. Wait, what is this? Is this about the sheriff in the...
I don't know. I can't. You looking on your phone.
Sheriff goes on defense with THP video. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, who has faced nearly a week of accusations that he violated the civil rights of a Murfreesboro man, is innocent of all wrongdoing. Sheriff Robert Arnold said Thursday he didn't violate anybody's rights. Go listen to our last week's podcast where we talk about.
Yeah, we covered all that. I know how I feel about that.
They're on the defense now. They're getting too many emails from libertarians.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Libertarians know how to use email.
And there ain't nothing worse than an email from a libertarian.
What the hell is Steve Wissenant says, what the hell is steampunk, and is it as sweaty as it sounds?
What?
Oh, steampunk would be like,
Punk.
Mr. Holmes, just getting my spaceship made. It looks old.
What?
I made it out of pipes
All
and a
right.
balloon. And I've got me wife's wearing her garters. It's steampunk.
All right. I don't know what any of that is.
It rained its ass off on the 4th, says Kevin Compton. What did Dunlap do with his leftover fireworks? Me and
Well.
Jackie can go next door to them kids. Have fireworks war with
Yeah.
them.
I ain't going to get in no war with them, but if you want to go over there and do it yourself, and I
will.
Well,
Or maybe I'll team up with them.
they have it coming. Don't you? Why would you do that?
Or maybe I'll sell
Why
them
would
my
you
fireworks.
sit over there with them?
If you missed an earlier podcast,
All right.
Jackie's having trouble with the neighbor kids.
Run wild over there.
Keep setting off huge fireworks right
that's
outside
all.
his window.
Well,
Or they
You
act
wanna
like
co-
a bird in their bushes. And Jackie says, "What's that bird?" And he goes over there with and then they boom, firework right in his face, and then he hoses them down.
I don't go listen to no kind of bird anymore.
Not even real bird. Jackie's afraid of all birds because he think he's gonna get a firecracker in the
I ain't
face.
scared of them. I just ain't worth the time.
Ed V says, "I've done some steampunk art. It's a fun diversion."
What is? I don't know what no punk steam. What is it?
It's just like in the past, but it's sort of the future.
What?
And people get to wear hats, bowlers.
Yeah, like comic people dress up. Comic book people.
Yeah, we
all
saw
that.
when we went Comic-Con, we
Yeah.
saw a lot of stuff look like steampunky,
Yeah. All right.
CM punky.
I know what it is. Yeah.
Drunks.
What?
Ralph Cody says drunks. Is he calling us drunks or is he telling us to talk about drunks?
Well,
Kevin Compton's talking more about tampons, but I think we've covered that.
everybody, we talked enough about that.
Robert Hill says also talking about tampons.
All right, enough of it.
Ed V responding to them talking about tampons. Actually pretty
Okay.
funny. Ed V is pretty funny. Quentin Williams says, talk about bug in your mushroom soup you almost ate because it looked like a mushroom.
What? What the hell did you just tell me?
He says, talk about a bug in your mushroom soup you almost ate because it looked like a mushroom.
That sounds like a Waylon Jennings song. You write that song up. That sounds like a song. That's funny. Song.
That is funny. I'd like to
Talk
hear that
about
song.
the bug at you.
Robert Hill says, comment on what Lil Helen is up to these days.
I don't know, little Helen. I'm assuming she's running. Big Helen says she's doing fine. I'm assuming she's running. Little Helen's everything going all right.
He says he heard she went to Austin to buy all those confiscated tampons.
All right, enough with it. Everybody don't ask me about something if you just gonna turn it into tampons. I ain't doing this again. That's all anybody wants to say. Tampons, doo-doo, and racism. Enough.
Brucifer Burton says drones at Uncle Dave Macon days. Now that would be a shame.
He wanted a drone, Uncle
He says-
Dave.
All he says is drones at Dave Macon days. I don't know if that happened or
Well,
he
that
heard
ain't
about
no,
it.
That ain't no place for no drone.
Not at Uncle Dave Macon
Hey,
days.
say the damn name. Uncle Dave Macon. There's some good music.
Mules,
Mules, yeah.
good food, not drones.
I ain't never seen no drone there. I don't know what the drone ain't got no business there as far as I'm concerned.
Kevin Compton says if you go water skiing or fishing with a friend, it's usually okay to ask your buddy to put sunblock on your back. It's okay to ask him to put it on your legs.
What?
Asking for a friend.
You if you crippled up and you can't move, people do. It's okay to ask somebody if you can put it on your own damn legs. You do that. Otherwise, no, don't you put it on your own legs. You can't reach your back. That's the situation if you hurt or something.
People want to talk about Trayvoning, which I'm not going to do.
I don't know.
People ask about Stacey Campfield. He wished us a happy birthday.
Yeah, that's nice of him, yeah. Said something about getting us a car. He's always got a funny joke. When he does say something to us, it's always funny. He said, I could get you
a car.
You'd get you a car.
A car.
And then he said something else on the, just happy birthday, like a picture or something. You showed it to me on the computer.
Nice of him to take time to do that. I think that little girl was still following him around.
Yeah,
Asking.
She just keep asking why, yeah.
Robert Hill wrote some lines for you, Jackie. You want me to read those? The problem is women ought not to walk around with tampons and such wherever they go anyway.
I wouldn't say that.
They should keep that stuff at home where it belongs.
They keep it in the purse where it belongs, keep it to themselves.
Now, guns, that's a different story. The Second Amendment don't say nothing about feminine protection products.
What?
He's saying Second Amendment don't say nothing about... Because they were letting guns go through when they were taking tampons out of the purse. Because they weren't afraid, like...
Well, it's what, yeah.
Weren't going to throw a gun. You don't throw a gun.
You don't throw a gun? Hell no.
How could we have forgotten Randy Travis?
Yeah. That's the same.
Godspeed.
Godspeed, praying for old...
Get better soon, Randy Travis.
Hope as soon as he's well enough, we'd...
Talk to him again.
Yeah, I'd be happy to have him on here.
Little Jimmy Dickens also get well soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Ed V. If I felt this story had any staying power, I'd use my limited steampunk skills to create a viable tampon weapon.
Steampunk, it's tampon. Enough. It's the same people. Why are you reading it if they just saying the same stuff over and over again?
Tell us what Lil Helen's is and what Jackie's neighbor Bratz did to him on Independence Day. Well, Lil Helen's is, she's got... We still
thriving business off the square since she moved. I've heard that since she moved off the square, the business doing pretty good. They closed down the old location and then they opened up on the square. And as far as I know, they're doing all right.
We may be at the end.
It feels like it.
Hey, hold on, Twitter though, Jackie.
Let's just make it the end.
Wait, I asked people on Twitter.
I sit on here and listen to the word. I get on Twitter, so I got to hear the word tampon again? No.
Maybe Twitter is a higher grade of fan.
Oh, hell.
And friend than I can't get the goddamn Twitter.
All right, watch your mouth.
Twitter ain't coming up on my phone.
Well, if it don't come up and you can't look at it then.
It ain't coming up.
All right.
Sorry, whoever answered us on Twitter.
Twitter don't work.
We couldn't get it going.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Huh?
All right, our buddy Rob Huddleston says, talk about American soccer.
Soccer.
Barbecue.
Yeah, I like that.
And why Walmart sucks.
Walmart?
American soccer, barbecue, why Walmart sucks.
I ain't going to talk about soccer, whether it's American only makes it. No, it don't make it any better. It's still bad.
It's not, you can call it American, but.
It's still soccer. It's like, don't make any sense to me.
Barbecue, delicious.
Oh, yeah, barbecue.
And why Walmart sucks. I don't know. A lot of people say Walmart takes and make your stuff in China. They close down local businesses. They don't pay their employees enough, whatever. I'm usually like, I can get a cheap pair of shorts there.
I like I would call it Wally World down the street.
What do you call it?
Wally World.
What?
Walmart, Wally World.
Wally World?
That's what, it's just nickname I call it. They're going down to Wally World. It's open till, that's that one. It's open 24 hours. And if you need something when everything else closed, I like it because it's open.
Did you come up with that yourself?
What?
Wally World.
I don't know. It just what we always called it far back.
I've never heard that before.
Well, that's what we call it.
I'm going to start calling it that.
Well, yeah.
You think people think it's funny when I say
I
it?
don't know if it's funny at all. I didn't say it to be funny. It's just what we call it.
Wally World.
And anyway, I like it all right because it's open until, all hours.
Dang, yeah, Wally World is.
Yeah.
You go Wally World in the middle of the damn night.
You can go anytime you want to. If you need something, I need batteries. 4 a.m.
Whether your name's Wally or not.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to make a T-shirt that says, you know what I call Walmart?
Right, you can't take everything I say. Put
Wally
it in a
World.
T-shirt. Is that it? Are we done? Is anybody else want any other thing else on?
No, I think
all
that's
right.
about it. We managed to talk about Texas and tampons and abortion
Enough.
and doo-doo and
Okay.
race and Trayvon Martin. We did not. No one mentioned Egypt
Well, yeah.
or immigration, the immigration reform or battles or
Yeah.
just, but we had a lot about steampunk.
Well, I don't know what that is.
And a lot about tampons. So thanks,
All
everybody.
right.
Thanks. We really appreciate it. We're going to move on to our sponsors
I can do
now.
a sponsor. Get out of here. Been talking about this too much, but thank you for your question. I don't know if I won't thank them. All they won't talk about that stuff.
Oh, come on. These are good-hearted people.
All
Thanks for
right,
coming
fine.
through at the last minute, giving us something to talk about,
All right,
everybody.
I'm gonna do my sponsor.
Really
His sponsor.
appreciate it.
Let me do my sponsor and get the hell over with. All right, my sponsor is a good sponsor. Had him on here for. It's summertime. We all know what that means. That means Birdman's on the road. So summertime, weather gets like this, he's got all sorts of wheeling and dealings going on. You any kind of bird you want, he got it. He'll be down at my store this week off and on, usually hours later in the evening for closing time. But Birdman the way he is, you never know where he's going to show up. He just show up sometimes. But it says here, this week and next week, 2 weeks only, he's got a special deal going on. Birdman's got going on. Bring in one bird and he'll give you 2 birds. You go home with 2. Come down with 1, go home with 2.
What?
Birdman's, yeah.
You can trade in birds?
That's what it says here. You got, it's a special, So bring whatever kind of bird, don't matter what kind, yard bird, chicken, or you can bring on
Why would
parakeet.
you trade in a bird?
Oh, people are always trying to get rid of a bird one way or another. Everybody at one time in their life had a situation where you got to get rid of. I remember I had to look after one. Someone left me a bird, and I got rid of it. And squawk and everything else.
But if your bird is so terrible you won't get rid of it, why would you want another one?
I don't know. It's a special. If maybe you want a better bird. Maybe I could have taken that squawking, scratching bird all the time, kept me up all hours, take it in, and then,
You got 2 squawking, scratching.
not necessarily. Maybe Birdman, the way he raised them birds, act right. I don't know.
Birdman don't raise no birds. They're being stolen from the jungles of Ecuador.
Oh,
and
hell.
Sold to him by Miami Vice.
There are all sorts of uses for birds. You can do all sorts of things with them. Me personally, I'm not a bird. I like looking at them, and seeing them fly and this and that, and I like looking at them on the back of his truck. Big old flatbed truck all up in there. I always like to go out there and look at them, but a friend of mine used to come in the store here, passed away, and left me. That was in a wheel, and I said, well, sir, I'll take that bird. And I kept that bird for about a week.
Then what'd you do?
I gave it to Birdman.
And what'd he give you back?
He didn't have that special running in.
He just took it. Did he pay you for it?
No, I know Birdman runs
So
a good
you're
business.
in on it with Birdman.
I
You're
ain't in on nothing. He didn't pay me no money. Even if he did, it didn't make no difference. It'd just be a business deal between 2 gentlemen. You're always trying to say he's out to no good.
Well, he is buying and selling birds illegally.
Well, no one ever said he's illegal to me.
But you don't have to say it.
He ain't
He
ever
drives
been
down the
arrested
road.
as far as I know.
He has a flatbed truck with cages piled on it of
Every
birds.
every kind of bird you can think of. You looking for a bird and you can't find it where normal places. You come on down here.
I'm pretty sure you cannot just drive up in a parking lot in America and pull out a cage and sell a puffin to somebody.
Yes, sir, you can. It is America because it is America. That's why you can do that. Birdman is a proud American, free capitalist market. Got all kinds of birds, and this weekend and next week is 2 weeks, not weekend, 2 weeks only. Bring down the one bird, and again, don't matter what kind of bird it is. Hell, you just, if you just want a couple birds, you set your little trap up, bring it down a sparrow. It says here, any bird, he don't care. You bring down a bird, you go home with 2. Pick out 2, and he got all kinds of birds down there.
You can trap a bird and bring it to Birdman, and he will give you 2 extra birds.
It
So
it has to be alive now. Don't trap it and hurt it. You know how sometimes you try to trap a bird, break its wing or something, and have to put it down.
How many birds does he kill just driving down the road in a flatbed truck?
Oh, hell. He don't drive like you. He don't drive like a maniac. He knows how to drive birds around. He's been doing it all his life. If any man can drive a bird up and down the street, it's Birdman. He knows what the hell he's doing. And he got all kinds of birds. Come down next 2 weeks, bring 1 bird, take 2 home. That's the deal he's got.
Someday the feds are going to come down on you because you're basically...
They ain't going to come. I ain't done nothing.
You're basically his voice to the public.
Hell.
You're his propaganda.
All right, fine.
You're his Robin Williams in Vietnam. You're
What?
propaganda
What?
lady. Telling everybody where the birds are.
Propaganda lady, what the...
I can't think of the name of that movie.
All
Good Morning,
right.
Vietnam.
All right, enough. I don't care about no movies. I did my sponsor. Do your sponsor. We're done.
Hanoi Jane are the 2
hell.
references.
What the hell are you talking about?
They got jangled up in my mind because I'm so upset. Also, Birdman comes around later at night during the summer because the birds stink. Have you ever been on a truck full of cages of birds? It's full of bird shit and feathers and sick birds.
That comes with a profession like anything else. People work on a farm. Farm don't always smell good. You got a chicken coop. You got to get in there and get the dead chickens out the bottom. You got to scrape them out, and it don't smell too good, but that's what you got to do. And thank goodness for the people working in the farming and bird industry, because there's a lot of lazy Americans like yourself sitting there running your mouth that wouldn't do it.
Oh, Farm Bill and food stamps. Nobody brought that up either.
Well,
We
yeah.
talked about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Birdman's a criminal. So moving on to my
He is
sponsor.
not no criminal. That ain't no way to talk about him.
My sponsor this week is Dunlap Zazzle Shop.
Oh, hell.
If you want a T-shirt to provoke a race-fueled reaction when you wear it out to the
If you're
mall,
going to sit here and talk about this, you give me $25 right now. I ain't seen no money from you. You ain't no damn
I
sponsor.
give $25 to myself.
You ain't the only one sitting here in front of this computer.
So what would I owe you, like $12.50?
I don't know. You ain't no damn sponsor. Can't be your own damn sponsor.
Is that a rule? We can't be our own damn sponsor?
As far as I'm concerned, for what you selling, trying to start something.
And I ain't trying to start something. It's just about expression, freedom of speech.
Oh, hell.
Nobody, I sold a lot of Paula Deen shirts. Said, let Paula talk.
What?
And the other one is, let Paula shut up. I always, both sides of the issue.
Why would anybody want a Paula Deen shirt?
Because
Either way, regardless how you feel about it, you could just say it. You ain't got to wear a picture of that woman's face around.
Oh, it's so much bigger than Paula Deen.
Oh, hell.
Jackie. Plus, it took me a long time to draw that picture of her. Look at here. Let me pull it up on my phone, my Zazzle Shop.
What?
Look there. Paula Deen. Let Paula talk.
Ain't Paula Deen. That don't look nothing like Paula Deen.
No, it's a shmoo.
It look like a bear.
No, it's a furry shmoo.
What is a...
Remember Fred and Barney meet the shmoo? Shmoo, Al Cap, Little Abner? Shmoo.
What?
Shmoo. Paula Deen's face is shaped sort of like a shmoo.
Oh, right.
And then I just put some hair around it.
Well, it looked like a bear to me, and it's a waste of damn money.
It
You
kind
ain't
of looks
no,
like a bear. It
you
kind of looks
ain't
like
no
a furry.
sponsor on here. Shmoo, Paula Deen, any of it.
What's the difference? Hanna-Barbera shmoo wearing with fur on it is about this far from Yogi Bear.
Well, all right then, but that you make it look like Hanna-Barbera, like your George Zimmerman, look almost like Fred Flintstone. It makes it look like Hanna-Barbera supporting George Zimmerman. I can't get none of the names right. Hell, now.
Well, I can't say who Hanna-Barbera would support.
I don't know, but you don't know that he's pulling for George Zimmerman. You don't know Fred Flintstone likes George Zimmerman.
I don't know who Fred Flint. First of all, they couldn't even get. First, it wouldn't be George Zimmerman. It'd be like George Zimmerrock, and it'd be like Trey Stone Martin, and it'd be a whole. And Bedrock would be up in arms. But first of all, let me tell you, I have never seen a black person on Flintstones. Not original Flintstones. Maybe when they
Sammy Davis Jr. wasn't ever on there,
and Margrock was.
Well, that's what made me think it. Made the rest of the Rat Pack. She used to hang out with them back then.
Let's open this up to the people. If anybody can send us a screenshot of the Flintstone with a black person in the background. Maybe by the time they got the Pebbles and Bam Bam and they were teenagers, maybe there was like at a club or something or at a rock show, there were some black people there.
I think it, yeah, something like that, but I don't remember.
I've not seen a lot, so
maybe Sammy Davis Rock, whatever the hell they call him on there, I don't know.
So we don't know who Hanna-Barbera. Are you asking who
That's
the
the
people?
point I'm making. You don't know. You can't be selling shirts with Fred Flintstone on it saying free George Zimmerman.
Why not? People they draw Calvin pissing on Obama.
Oh, hell.
I don't have any of that. Because I don't know how to draw Obama good.
Those, I appreciate the sentiment of it, but I don't like that on the back of everybody's truck. I don't want to see a little boy peeing all the time, every which way I look.
If I could figure out how to draw Obama better, I could so that I have both sides of the issue. I could have Calvin pissing on Obama.
All right.
And then I could have Obama pissing on Calvin. So it's like, which are you, Team Calvin or Team Obama? Because you can't, in America today, you got to be on a team, Jackie. You got to have a side. You got to be able to fight about it on Facebook.
Ain't nobody going to buy no T-shirt of Obama peeing on Calvin.
I don't know why Obama hates Calvin. I don't know why Calvin hates Obama. I don't know why
you
Calvin
make him
hates
hate
Ford.
whatever you want. Everybody put a picture of that little boy peeing on something. I like I said, when it comes to Obama, I appreciate the sentiment. I know what you're trying to say, but have a little decency. I don't know how many trucks pull in here all the time. Got that little boy peeing on this, peeing on that. I don't want to have to look at it every which way I look. There's a way of saying it besides doing that.
Plus child molesters.
What?
These people get off on that.
Oh, enough.
Maybe I should have a... You know what? That's one thing. You really can't support child molester. I couldn't do a T-shirt that's like...
Hell no, you can't do. You can't do no Sandusky, whatever the hell his name is, T-shirt.
Team Sandusky. You couldn't do that.
Ain't nobody on the side of no damn child molester.
So there are still lines...
And if there are, something wrong with them.
There are still lines in America.
Well, I ain't going to support you. Ain't no sponsor making shirts like that. I ain't going to do it.
Jackie, look at this shirt I made, though. It says, I love Jackie.
Why is it got Scooby-Doo on it?
That's you.
That is Scooby-Doo. I don't look like no dog.
That ain't Scooby-Doo. I spent a lot of time
Oh, hell.
tracing that from a coloring book and then
It's
putting a beard on it.
Is Scooby-Doo with the hat on? I know what the hell
That's
that is.
Scooby-Dum with the hat.
Well,
Scooby-Dum
whichever
wears a
one
hat.
it is, I ain't no dog.
Well, Scooby-Doo ain't just a dog.
All right,
He
enough.
said, you ever solve a damn mystery?
All right, enough. Had enough of this. I'm through with this. Go on iTunes. What is it? Rate, review, whatever. I'm through.
Thanks. Yeah, give us ratings and reviewings and subscribings.
Enough.
And, thanks again for telling us what to talk about. We hope we got to yours. Probably didn't say your name correctly.
I ain't doing this again. I ain't talking about all that stuff.
And, can you hear me chewing that gum?
All right, enough.